Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello and welcome, my dear students, to our lesson of today, which is going to be about revision 4C, 4D, 4E, and 4 for Roundup from the book Traveler 2. This lesson is for the first secondary stage from the second semester, prepared by Amna Madkhali and presented by Yasser Al-Nakhli. Today, inshallah, we will practice making and decoding short notes, practice expressions with make and do, practice future will have to and will be able to, practice to and enough, practice relative clauses who, which, that, and where, and practice computer-related vocabulary. Warm up. Now try this tongue twister. Okay, nice. 4C, a quick note. Rewrite the notes and messages by expanding them into full sentences. Now look at these messages, these abbreviations, notes. Okay, try to make or try to write a full sentences. Okay, let's check picture number 1. It was great seeing you tonight. Thanks for the present. And the picture number 2. I am out for lunch. I'll be back in 15 minutes. B. Turn the message below into a short note. Look at this message here and try to write short notes, please. Dear Sami, I have gone to the city center to buy a present. Khalid called you and he wants you to call him back as soon as possible. Omar. Okay, let's check your answer. Sami, gone to the city center to buy a present. Khalid called, call him ASAP. Omar. C. Look at the pictures and read the sentences, please. Write sentences using to or enough and the words given. Now, look at this picture here. Okay, very good. Now read the sentences. Number 1. Peter cannot drive his car in that street. No. Number 2. The secretary can't make photocopies. Paper. Number 3. Jack can't carry the box. Heavy. Now write sentences using to or enough with these words: narrow, paper, and heavy. Okay, let's check your answers, please. Number 1, it is too narrow. Very good. Number 2, isn't enough paper. Excellent. Number 3, it is too heavy. D, read the text and answer the questions, please. The text is about the pigeon post. Nowadays, we have the internet and the telephone, so we are able to communicate with people instantly, no matter how far away they are, but it wasn't always this easy. In the past, people had other ways of getting their messages across. For example, some used people, known as messengers, while others used animals. One of the most common ways was to use carrier pigeons. Many people don't know it, but carrier pigeons were the first airmail system in the world. You can write a message on a piece of paper, put it in a small tube, and attach it to the pigeon's leg. The pigeons can take the message anywhere and then fly back with a reply. They can fly a great distance without getting tired. Also, They can travel day and night and always find their way back home. The Arabs started using pigeons, messengers, about 1,000 years ago through the medieval times. As the Arabs were extremely skilled at training pigeons, the birds traveled amazing distance to carry messages from the Middle East to North Africa. The ancient Egyptians used this kind of communication over 3,000 years ago to deliver important news. Later on, the Greeks used the birds to carry news of the Olympic Games, such as the name of winning athletes, to different parts of the country. The Romans and many others sent military information using pigeons. In modern times, people use carrier pigeons for various reasons too. During the Franco-Prussian War, 1870 to 1871, when Paris was under attack, carrier pigeons helped to send messages to and from the city. During World War I and World War II, some pigeons even got medals because they saved lives. In the 20th century, they used carrier pigeons in some places in India to send messages with the news of natural disasters. Now, D. Read the text and answer the question. Number 1. How did people send messages in the past? Number 2. What part of the carrier pigeon's body carries the message? 3. Who were the first people to use carrier pigeons? 4. Why did people use carrier pigeons in ancient Greece? 5. In which city did they use carrier pigeons during the Franco-Prussian War? 6. When did they award carrier pigeons for their work? Take your time and try to answer these questions. Okay, let's check your answer. Number 1. They used people or animals. 2. Their leg. 3. The ancient Egyptians and Persians. 4. To carry news of the Olympic Games to different parts of the country. 5. In Paris. 6. During World War I and World War II. 4D. What an idea. Complete the text with the words in the box. There are 2 extra words which you do not need to use. Now complete these sentences with these words. There are 2 words which you do not need to use. Okay, let's check our answers. Number 1, useful. 2, headphone. 3, wireless. 4, install. 5, downloaded. 6, turned. And number 7, enter. B. Choose A, B, or C. Now read the text and try to choose from A, B, or C. Okay, let's check our answers. Number 1, A. Number 2, A. 3, B. 4, C. 5, A. 6, A. 7, A. C. Match the 2 halves of the sentences, then join them with who, which, that, or where to make sentences. If the relative pronoun can be omitted, put it in brackets. Okay, let's check our answers. Number one with D, 2, G, 3, B, 4, A, 5, F, 6, E, 7, H, 8, C. Now let's join the sentences together. A, where. B, who or that. C, who or that. D, which or that between the brackets. That means you can omit them. E, which or that. F, who. G, which. And H, where. C, complete the blanks with one word. Okay, let's check our answers. Number one, opinion. 2, first. 3, more. 4, addition. 5, finally or lastly. Nice. Now circle the correct words. Navigator. Okay, let's start. One of our most popular products is the Navigator. This small, handy gadget will help you drive around the city without being worried about getting lost. It is very useful for new drivers, but also for anyone who wants to know their way around the city. It can even predict how long it will take you to reach your destination. So, visit any of our shops and get the Navigator for only €100. We care enough to make it a luxury you can afford. Buy it now and save €15. Keep the receipt and enjoy free service in the future. Complete the sentences with who, which, that, or where. If they can be omitted, put them in brackets. Take your time and answer this question, please. Let's start with number one. This is the house where Omar grew up. What do you think of it? Number two. Have you looked at the pictures which my grandmother gave me? They are 100 years old. 3. Let's meet at the fast food restaurant, which is near the underground station. 4. I have two sisters. Amina is the one is who studying history. 5. Can you show me the office building where your brother works? I want to go and see him. 6. Goulash is a kind of soup which they eat in Hungary. 7. The writer who we met in London won an award last week. C. Circle the correct words now. Okay, let's check our answers. Ellen. So, will you come shopping with me on Monday as soon as you get home from work? Sorry, I won't be able to. Amanda is coming around, but I'll come with you another day. How about Tuesday? Okay, our shopping will have to wait till then at around 4 p.m. Yes, and I promise I won't be late. 2. What will Greg do when he finishes his Spanish course? I think he will go to Spain for a while. That's a good idea. He is, or he will be, able to practice the language. Yes, he won't have anyone to help him, so he will have to speak Spanish. D. Complete the dialogue. Write sentences using to or enough. Complete this dialogue, please, now. Okay, let's check our answers. There isn't enough milk. And number 2, it is too hot in here. 3, I don't have enough money. 4, this coffee is too bitter. 5, this vase isn't big enough. 6, these jeans are too small. Okay, today we learned practice making and decoding short notes, practice expressions with make and do, practice future will have to and will I be able to, practice to and enough, practice relative clauses who, which, that, or where, and finally, practice computer-related vocabulary. These are the references to refer to students' book, workbook, teacher's guide, and Google Clip Art for pictures. For more information and listen, please do not hesitate to call us on our website, our Twitter account, or our phone number. Thank you and hope to see you again. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.